our three friends here have travelled all the way from Serbia. Please stay on for Q&A afterwards. This is a fascinating group of people. They are living and working in an entirely different environment to the one that we exist in and that we get to work in. And I think it would be really lovely to hear what they have to say about how they make movies in Serbia. Unlike the other people that were in the audience today, I've obviously had the joy of watching Stevan's career unfold. I've seen everything he's made. Skinning obviously is a precursor to what we saw tonight, a very heartfelt political statement of the state of his own country's realities. And of course the film we've seen tonight has taken, I guess, the heart of that, given it so much more tooth, right? The quality of the performances in this beautiful film, the fact that the actors feel like they're speaking a truth about their own sense of being in their own place in the world, all told through Stevan and his colleagues' filter, makes an incredibly powerful, very beautiful, very cinematic, very heartfelt, but very deeply impacting film.
Oh, my biggest takeaway from this was just the raw emotion of everything. I'm still shaking actually right now. And before I was asked if people can relate to this or not. Obviously coming from a different environment, maybe it is hard, but I think the raw emotion is a universal feeling for everyone.
This is quite an achievement, in my opinion, to be able to make a film like this and bring it to our country and allow us to share all of the emotions that we feel when we're sitting there watching it. And one of the most powerful things is just hearing you speak afterwards, and you know, you're speaking some raw truths about your country and the way things are over there, and it's really impacting. It's an emotional thing to sit there and feel this and watch this film and think how you've put so much passion and care into making it when there's so much carnage going on around you at the same time. So I'm really impressed.
And I've grown up my whole life in New Zealand and gone to school here, and I've just watched a film that I've walked out of and it seems like fantasy or dystopian to me, because that's what I've studied at school. That's the other films that I've watched that are out there, where I feel like it's an impossible situation. But
there's those moments of little hope and joy. To me, I thought, yeah, that is the reality of these things. You find little moments of joy with the people that you are with. You might be in a terrible situation, but hopefully, I hope, and I have not been in that many of those situations, that you can find those little nuggets of joy.
When I watched the first film set in the classroom on one night, those were great performances. But they were performances of young cast members. To now watch their transformation into the film that we saw tonight, the assurity, the fact that at no time do you feel like the actors are performing from a script. It's as if they've formulated the words inside their own minds, right? And you so frequently can see that the actors have rehearsed and they're speaking what they're told to speak. That wasn't the case, right? There's standout performances, but it would be unfair to the whole cast to call any individual person out, because no cast member was a pastiche of other people that we've seen in other movies. Every character was originally was an original character because they were playing themselves. even if they had fabricated this particular character, it was coming from themselves, and to me that made it all the more powerful.
I think there was still a lot of story and a lot of emotion and power that was able to transcend culture, able to transcend language. Just the acting was really powerful, the visuals were really powerful. It was not what I was expecting. It was an incredible film, definitely going to stick with me.
I thought it was an interesting sort of paradigm on what's actually happening in the world and the evolution of what's going on. It's a curious similarities you start to see with how the human nature starts to get shown.
To me, it was Lord of the Flies meets Trumpism, right? It's sort of this crashing together of everything that we knew growing up at school, the schoolyard bullying that made us who we are, gave us the fears that we have, gave us the strengths that we needed. But we're seeing it play out at the highest ranks of political manoeuvring in the world right now. Maybe it's always played out in that manner. It is almost from a Roman play. It is Shakespearean. It is, you know, it's incredible. And I spoke tonight with Stevan about it's got a biblical feel to it, as in the visual imagery is the way so many biblical paintings are represented. So this incredible combination of visual and political commentary that's come together in one film. Just the response of the audience tonight, of our crew, to something so personal and so powerful spoke volumes.